The report we have presented to the Committee on the Convention Against Every Form of Racial Discrimination points out several aspects that are usually not very known. One, for example, is the distinction between the Holy See, the Catholic Church, and the Vatican City-State. The Holy See is the government of the Catholic Church. The state is the tiny territory of the Vatican, and the Catholic Church is the community of all those who are baptized and believe in the doctrines of the Catholic Church. So it is important to keep this distinction in mind, because the legal responsibility and the application of treaties applies, for example, in this case, only to the territory of the state of the Vatican. The Holy See is not responsible for example, for acts of racial discrimination committed in other parts of the world. On the other hand, the Holy See promotes fraternity and respect of the rights of everybody all over the world. But that's a separate item. It's a separate aspect from legal responsibility and the moral mission of the Church to communicate the sense of fraternity that the Gospel commands us. Another important aspect is that the report that we are submitting is not something that is particular to the Holy See. In this session of the committee, there are several other countries that are submitting reports like us: Slovenia, Turkey, for example, Egypt. And it's a regular, normal activity of the United Nations that for those who have ratified conventions, a reporting system is in place, that every 2 or 3 years, depends on the convention, a report is presented explaining how this or the other convention are applied. So this is a good occasion also to highlight the good aspects of the Church. For example, it's not a very well-known fact that over 64 million young people are educated in Catholic schools around the world. And most of them, the majority, are not Catholic. And everybody is educated to live in a fraternal way, to respect the rights of others, not to take into account color or creed, but to look at the human person as an equal. The same thing applies in the area of health. For example, there are over 5,000 hospitals that are conducted by the Church, and altogether between small and big institutions of health, over 116,000 of them in the world. And there is no distinction of race or color or creed for accepting people who are in need. This is a testimony, as a witness of how the Catholic community really reaches out to the needs of people without taking into account accidents of race or birth or nationality or ethnic identity. So we move forward in trying to create a better world by participating in the activities of the international community, and in this way to build up a future that is good for everybody.